Hi, my name is Terry Lee from Sweet Pea Papers and the Sweet Pea Papers Facebook group. This is video 7 in our Winter Animals series, and we're using a Vectoria design kit of the same name. And this is a Sweet Pea Papers project, not a design team project. Now, we've already completed signature 1, so we'll set that aside. We'll put it away and set it aside all at the same time. And then this is signature 2, and we were on, I changed what was in there. I took the envelope out and put them both in the center. The first signature in the center has 2 writing cards, so I thought we would have 2 envelopes in here so that you could mail off your writing card. Okay, so I went ahead and did page 14 because it's just an acetate pocket and a writing card, and the writing card matches the paper. So it's almost like a hidden card, except for, you know, it has to be smaller to slide into the pocket. And I'm not going to take it out. Okay. So now we're just going to do, we've got our 2 white papers. We're going to do pages 15 and 16, and then we'll have this signature done, and then off camera, that'll be your homework, and mine too, is to go back and decorate these white pages, either with ephemera, pockets, or stencils, and just leaving writing space, whatever you want to do. But you're going to have you're going to have 16 of these pages. So just keep that in mind. I kept this really flat. I didn't really do a lot of thickness to these signatures. And so you should have quite a bit of space to work with as far as putting things on the typing paper. And I did ink them. I think I told you that before, but I did ink them. So, whoa, hold on, got an avalanche. Okay. So, page 15 is easy, she says confidently. All right. This is her paper, and I've inked it. We're going to make a pocket out of this. And the pocket is going to go from here, and it's going to cover this. So we want it to be, let's see, our text is there, and make it there. Turn it over to the light side so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so I want it from there to there. Yeah, that should do it. And I'm going to want it this wide. Okay, so we're going to cut this cut first, and then we will cut this one. That gives us the best scrap. You know, we could almost use this side. That way we wouldn't have to use this super dark side. I mean, this is dark here. This is even darker. Even though this is stripes, it won't matter. Okay, and we're going to make a second pocket. It's almost going to be like a sideways stacked pocket. Okay. And the second pocket's going to be not quite as big. So it's going to be about this wide. And it's going to go to the end of here. Or tall. I think we could have made that bigger. I know the hedgehog is on there, but we've used him so much. Let's try that. I mean, this pocket's still good if we have a problem. It's just in my head, which is a scary place to be. I imagined it bigger. I can't see where I drew my line. I'll draw a new one. Much better. Okay, so let's take this one. Let's round the corners first. So you can see what I meant by the fact it didn't really matter that this had the stripes on it. The part you see of it doesn't. And make sure we keep it that way. And we want them to both have notches, but to make sure they're in the center or the same spot. Let's get this one lined up with where we want it to be on the blue one. And I'm going to paper clip it so it doesn't move. And then I'm going to take my hole punch. I'm going to punch through both at once. Whee! That flew right up and landed right on my shirt. Okay. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, so let's go ahead and glue them together off the page. It'll be easier to line them up than when they're sideways. I'm wondering if I shouldn't leave that little bit of a blue around here. I kind of like that. So I think I will. So I'm going to start at the bottom of the curve and glue around for my pocket. Okay. Now there's a line right here, so I'm going to use that as a guide. I'm going to make sure it's centered. Let's put it on this blue line and get it centered. Now that line isn't straight. Well, the paper isn't straight apparently. So I'm going to hold this up for a second so I can see. I don't know if that's an optical illusion or if it's off just a little bit. Okay. Oh, I didn't ink them. Well, at least I saw it right away before anything bad happened. Like the glue dried. Were you guys yelling at me? Well, I record these a month early, so I can't hear you. Oh, I think there was my other line. Yeah, I think it looks better with the light blue. Than with this. Oh, I don't know. That's not bad. Yeah. I like this better. Okay. Let's finish inking this. There's going to be quite a bit of cutting and inking and gluing on the last page. So I'm probably going to pause a couple times and do some of it off camera, because when you see what we're making, you'll realize it's a bit repetitive. How is there glue on here? Oh, because this pocket was on there. I don't know what I'm thinking right now. I had thought about making these hidden thumb holes, but I don't think that's a good idea. And re-glue this. Do over. Sorry about that. I'm pretty sure that was off camera, but all I was doing was maneuvering the pocket. So then we're going to take this and we're going to add a belly band to it. So let's mark off. Wow, that's almost exactly right. I mean, almost. I just cut a sliver off. This is pretty. The trees and the watercolor. Okay. Ink it. Okay, so then we'll glue this on top and bottom. Put the trees on right side up. Didn't need to be that wide of a belly band, but I really liked this offcut and I wanted to use it. So, you know, you just put a card in that's about this wide. Then put a card in here. This is going to be glued to the page as a pocket. And then the card that goes in here will have a tab and a charm. The reason I'm telling you this is because we're doing it off camera. I have no idea what writing paper I'm going to use. I'm running out of papers, believe it or not, with all those that we started with. Or papers that will work for what we want them to do. All right, we want this to be just above the hedgehog. You know, maybe I should have kept the notch for this. And then we can glue it right back in there, and then we don't have to look at this border. I don't know how that was laying right on top in the trash and hadn't fallen all the way down inside. Come on, glue, come out. Come out wherever you are. You just want to make sure not to glue your pocket together. Okay. Okay. That's all there is to that page. And this is Signature 2, Video 7, page 15, and it opens to the right. Now, here's what we've got for the next page. We've got 3 CD covers. So we have our circle die. Oh, 3 CD covers that I forgot to ink. Let me put you on hold for just 1 sec. All right, now they're inked. I'm so silly. Okay, so this is the paper, and we're not going to need that for quite a while. Let's set that to the side. Okay, and I'm going to set this over here too. Well, yeah. No. We need these. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a trifold out of the CD covers. And I'd like to say that I got this idea from Cara Renee Wolf on YouTube, and she's also a member of my Facebook group, I believe. So I want to thank her. I'm not sure if hers was freestanding, but we're going to glue ours to the page. Okay? So we need to make pockets in them first. Since this is the center one, it's going to be facing the opposite way. Okay? And then we're going to glue this flap to this one. Goes off camera. So it's going to go like this. Then we'll fold it like this and like this, and then there'll be a CD on the front, a CD cover with a pocket. And then you flip it down and there'll be a writing page and the CD cover. Oopsie. And then you flip it down again and there's another writing page in the CD cover. I'm pretty sure that's what it's going to look like. No, I flipped it down too many times. Anyway, you get the point. So we need to make pockets here. So let's cut those. I don't think it'll do them all at once. Probably would, but I'm just making a hairline cut. So they should all stay the same size. Okay. So now, none of the flaps are going to go on the side that the CD cover is on. We've got one that we don't need to do the back because we're going to glue it to the page and we're going to put a ribbon around it and we're going to tie our whole deal shut like a big present. And I'm not sure, I think hers was freestanding because I don't remember her having a tie or anything around it, but we're going to have gravity against us. So we're going to need to make it close. So we've got our pockets. Now we need to, don't worry about this, it'll seal up when we glue the paper on. So we need 3 of these and 2 of these. So let's do the 3 of these first. So let's measure. Yeah, because we're going to do 2 of one and 1 of the other. So now this one's directional. Okay. All right, it's going to go that way. Let me find the one that goes this way. Well, it doesn't matter. They're all the same size. I'm so silly. Anyway, we're going to do 1 of this one and 2 of the other. And we should be able to get 2 out of 1 sheet of paper, and then we'll get the 1 Oh, we only want one out of this one. Okay. Paper trimmer moved and I have to move it back or I don't have enough room. It's so big. But I've got to where I like it. Great big rotary cutter. Let's double check it should be the right size. Okay, so let's make 2 more this size. And I'm going to go ahead and have the green in the corner, for goodness sake. So this is going to be the width, and we'll cut that all the way down. All the way down. This is going to be our height, and then we'll measure the height of the other one. So we want to cut the long one first. Some of you, or a lot of you, I'm sure know this stuff already, but there are people that haven't watched before or are new. So I like to explain what I'm doing ad nauseum, I guess, probably. Okay. So it should be the same size as this one. Now let's cut one more. Now, did I cut the word top off? Oh no, here it is. Alright, so these are our fronts that we're going to cut the holes in. So this doesn't matter, we're just going to cut a hole in it. So I'm going to do them all at once. Wait a minute. We have an outlier. Why is he that wide? Are these too narrow? Let's trim that one down. I don't know what happened with that one. I was doing so well. It's the same amount taller as well. It's weird. Okay. So we need to cut the holes for the ones in the front. So let's get our largest circle die, the largest of the set that I have. These are nesting dies. So when you buy them, they're like this. You can cut them like this, and it will make frames, circles, hollowed out circles, except for the one in the center. You could even cut them like this. Oopsie. Anyway, you get my idea. And it would be pretty cool too. And there's 3 or 4 more in the bag still. So they go down pretty small. Down to that size right there, the size of a little bit bigger than a washer, or the size of a big washer actually. Okay, so let me get the big shot. I'm trying to decide if I want to just lay them down together or if I want to washi tape them. I think I probably want to washi tape them to the bottom plate. The only problem with that is that it pushes the washi tape down in there. And I've actually had washi tape get stuck and tear the paper. So, let's use this watermelon washi. Unfortunately, it feels very sticky. And it's very, very juicy. Like watermelons on it. Okay. So I'm going to put the blade down. And I might run it through a third time just because it's 3 pieces of paper. Well, that actually will end up being 4 because I'm going to run it back. Okay. Yep, cut out all of them. Now we have 3 pieces of paper that are circles that we can use as cards. There we go. Top 2 have the die marks, the blade marks. This one does, but barely. Okay, so I'm going to put this over here with my other pockets and such. Now I use most of the, wow. Oh, took the paper right up. That's why I don't like using washi. Right there. See, did it on the bottom too, so I'm going to have to do this one over. So even washi will do that when it gets pressed down that hard when it goes through. Okay, let me cut one out again. Well, I should have had a piece big enough to cover the CD left over, and I don't know what I did with it. This one will work. this way. This to go that way. Oz, it's not time for anything, hon. Always time for SNACK in his mind, huh? How does that already say top? Alright, I'm confused. I must have taken the offcut and re-trimmed it, and that's why it was a little bit too big. I must have grabbed the paper that was left over. Okay, let me run it through. My handle's broken. Most people's don't just slide off like that. There's a bolt that holds it on, and mine came out and it was stripped. Even though I had never you know, tried to screw it in or unscrew it, it was still stripped. So now we have 2 bird ones and 2 pine cone ones. Bad washi. Bad, bad. Now we need to ink those. Around the circle that we just cut out. And around the edges. So, in the interest of time, I'm going to put you on hold while I do that. Well, that's 7 minutes of my life I'll never get back again. Note to self, ink the edges first, then cut the holes and ink the holes. They get very flimsy once you've cut the holes in them. Alright, so we've got those. So now we need 2 back sides. Not this one, but we need the backs on these 2. And we're not going to glue anything yet because we have to put these together first. And these are going to overlap onto others. So now the papers I picked out each have a, how did I pick that one out? Oh, this is the paper. If I had a brain, it'd be dangerous. Alright, if I had half a brain, it would be lonely, right? Okay, so all we're going to do is we're going to center them in the corners so that the picture is what, you know, shows up on the CD cover. And remember, you don't want to do it past the line. And then that will give us writing space and a picture. He's waving hello. Either that or he's got his arm raised up because he's about ready to whack our heads off. One of the two. I choose to think he's waving hello. My line drawing skills are off today. I'm going to do the same with the other one. Now, I'm measuring each one to the one that it is. Well, I don't know why. Good, I'm going to get the bunny and the deer. Nice. All right, so we need to ink these real quick, just on the fronts. Well, that was a little more ink than that needed, but... And I'm going to show you how to glue it together. Then I'm going to put you on hold while I glue all these papers on. Okay? In fact, I'm not even going to ink that one. Yes, I am. Or else I'll forget. Then I will be upset. Yes, I'm standing up. So hopefully my voice isn't too loud into the mic. Okay, so we've got that part done. So now let's put this together. This is going to be like this on the page. Pockets on the side. We're going to seal this shut. And we're going to glue this to this. And this to this. Is that the way we want it to open and close? Yep, because that'll make this fold up. Okay. Let's flip it over. We'll flip this back. Try not to get glue on here. Or you could just do it the smart way. Make sure you get enough glue on here because, you know, as they unfold, they're going to hold each other's weight. And this CD paper is not that thick. Okay, so we're going to glue this one on this way. And we're going to glue this one on this way. So you're going to have 2 up and 1 down. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. I wrote center on that one. Oh, it does matter. It does matter. No, it doesn't. We can have pocket on this side, pocket on that side, pocket on this. That'll give us 2 pockets on this side. Wait a minute. Can we get it apart still? No. All right, well, that's okay. Okay, I'm going to put this one face down. Okay, so there's a pocket on the same side on these two. It's going to be that way no matter what, isn't it? No, we could have made it pocket, 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 which was why I had written center on the one and then I glued it to on the bottom. Yeah, that was my fault for not looking. But it will fold up like this and back like that. Okay? So now let's just have fun papering, and I'll see you back in a minute. Okay, well that was a long pause. You have to paper the insides as well, so I went ahead and did that. And you have to remember that it's going to flip down like this. You got your little picture, and then up like this, and then up like this. So you have to put this picture on upside down, because relative to this, it's upside down. But in order for it to be right side up, you have to put it on upside down. So you can figure it out. When you've got the top one, and you got this one right side up, then you flip this up, flip that up, and put it on right side up. Okay, so that's the other note. All we have left to do is to make the cards, and I'm just going to make one. And you may notice that all three of the CD covers are this paper. I looked at the one that was this paper against the others, and I decided I didn't like it at all. So we're going to make the cards out of this. And I have enough scraps that I should be able to make a card for each one, but we're just going to start with one, and then I'll do the other two off camera. So we just want to make sure, just slide it in there. Now, one of these of mine is shorter because it came apart. Remember where I said, don't worry, the paper will glue it? Well, the paper was a little short, or I didn't put enough glue or something. And the CD cover came, you know, the whole side came up. So I had to glue it down. So, you know, and I think it's this one, is a little bit shorter than the others, or the pocket's a little bit shorter. And then you just slide it in. And then you make a mark so that it's even. And then you find the mark. Yeah, how's this one gonna go? Like this. We want the card to be like that. Oh, which means I cut it the wrong way. Let's see if that'll work. So I'm going to have to use it this way. Okay, so that's going to be the card. And we're going to have to put a tab on it. And one short, I'm going to have to cut out more just to do that last tab for the last card. Well, that's just pretty darn funny. I do have a piece of white paper that I sprayed that I ended up not using. So I guess I'll use it to make a bunch of these. Just cut a piece of paper 6 inches wide the die that I had for this is great. And I left them all, there was 4 in a row, and I left them all connected, so I only have to lay it down in one spot. And then I run it through, and it makes 4 at a time. So it doesn't take that long to make some. Now, the only problem I've had so far is that the charms tend to tangle up with each other, those little snowflakes with their little points. So, this here gizmo is going to have 3 charms. We're not going to put the charms in until we glue it to the page. And we can put the, we're just not going to do this until we glue it to the page. And I'm not going to glue mine to the page. I'm just going to put the ribbon on so that you can see that. And then show you where we're going to glue it on the page. And then you'll be done. But I don't want to glue mine down and then have to try to hold it and do the cards. So, you know, and flip it back up, whatever. So I'm going to do that off the page. Okay, so here's our white ribbon. We're not going to need as much as I thought. If you cut a slice every quarter of the way around, and you have a thing of ribbon, then when you get to the point where you're going to cut it off, or once you're done cutting it off, if you just feed it through there, it keeps it from all unwinding. Okay, so it would almost be easier to just run it all the way across the back. I used up about 3 extra inches of ribbon, but the way my day's going, I think we'll take the easy way out. I just want to make sure that I left enough. If I knew how to tie a decent bow. Okay, so it looks to me like use it a little more that way. This is in no way, shape, or form the way you should do it. But it is the way I'm doing it. really, you should cut a piece and glue it to that side and cut a piece and glue it to this side. But I'm getting ready to watch the new Avatar movie. Yay! And I'm very excited. So I keep making mistakes because I keep thinking about it. I should have watched it first. Okay, so then that gives you enough to tie it shut, hopefully. I almost don't have enough. Almost, but we can get it. Okay, and then we're just going to take it and we're going to glue it right above the bunnies so you can still see the owl, the bottom half of, or the bottom 2/3 of him, or the top 2/3 of him, excuse me, and we'll glue it right there. You know, I can put the cards and stuff in. Let's glue it on. Let's. Do you wanna? Let's. I think it's going to look nice. I'd like to thank her for showing the pictures of that. As soon as I saw the pictures, I was like, ah, I want to do that. And then I realized it was a trifold. And I was like, boom. Okay, now I turned it around. I want to make sure bear upside down. Okay. I want to make sure you're putting it on right side up. Okay, this is what it's going to look like. I can't leave it on here because I just noticed there's some lines in the paper right here. That was when my ink was acting up. So I had to take it off the page and print the page again. And then re-glue it. Okay? So anyway, that's what it would have looked like. I told you my day was going. See? You see the lines? Maybe. I don't know if you can see them or not. But they're very visible when you're looking at it in person. Okay, so don't forget, you're going to want to make your cards. And you want to cover the insides of the CD envelopes. I did that off camera because it's just repetition. You just slide the paper in, cut it, and glue it. So you're going to make 3 cards, 3 insides for CDs, and then you're going to cover 2 pictures. The bottom picture you put on upside down. Okay? All right. And then in the next video, I will show you what it ended up looking like once I get this paper printed again. Oh, I have printed so much paper. Let me see real quick. I don't think I have another one left that has a picture across the bottom. See, these are all printed like this. And these are duplicates. That's a paper. That's a full one. And that's all I have, folks. I have used up every single piece of paper. Oh, except for this one. No, I like this one the best. I'm going to print it out again. And just so you know, I had to redo these two images because I cut them out a little small. The back of the CD is a little bit bigger. You have to make it a little teeny bit bigger to cover where that little flap comes undone when you cut for the pocket. So mine were too short. Yeah, I'm going to print out another one of these, glue this on, finish making my other two cards, and then we'll be done. So then when we come back in the next video, I'll show you how this one turned out. Then I will start on the cover. Okay? All right. I'll see you next time. You know what? That's just video 8. We're on video 7. That's video 8. You know, we will have time to take a look at a few of the writing papers and how to decorate those. So why don't we do that next time too? Okay? All right. I'll see you in the next video. That'll be just a second for you and a day for me. Okay. Bye-bye.